this useful? Is this aesthetically pleasing? Can this go on Instagram? Can this be posted? Can this be on TikTok? Wait, so guys, I have a quick question. When was the last time you actually had fun doing something creative? Like you were doing it and you looked at time, 2 hours had passed and you were like, wow, where did the time go? What actually happened? So I kind of figured out a while ago that hadn't happened to me in a while. I've been doing life and I've not really had fun. I finally figured out why. So here's the thing. I have a creative job, right? I am one of those people who are blessed to literally get paid for doing creative things. And this sounds like such a blessing, right? And in so many ways it is, and I'm grateful for that. But somewhere around that line, my creativity became tied around my job, tied around my income. So now everywhere or everything that I do, everything that I create, it has to be with a purpose. It has to be like, oh, is this going on my Instagram? Is this going into portfolio pieces? Is this useful, right? And every time I would sit down to do something, there would just be a voice at the back of my head saying, is this useful? Is this aesthetically pleasing? Can this go on Instagram? Can this be posted? Can this be on TikTok? And I'm just like, bro, sometimes I just want to chill. And suddenly creativity just wasn't necessarily fun anymore. I stopped playing and I stopped experimenting because messy doesn't get me clients. It doesn't get me projects. It doesn't fit my feed. I thought I was just being strategic and professional, but really I was just losing the plot. And I forgot the whole reason why I fell in love with creativity in the first place. A few weeks ago, I watched this PewDiePie video with a few friends of mine, and if you don't know who PewDiePie is, you should check him out. He's a really good streamer. He was invited by the creators of Attack on Titan. If you don't know, Attack on Titan it's a good show. You should watch it. Chef's kiss. Back to my topic. And while he was there, right, him and the team of artists did this thing where I don't know if they call it kokwa or something like that. Hey, don't quote me on that. It's just like where artists sit together in like maybe a circle or something and sketches them. You decide how long you want it to be, right? Maybe like 2 minutes or 30 seconds, whatever. But it just really stood out to me because it made me realize that they scheduled time for vibes. They scheduled time to just sketch, just do whatever, right? With no pressure of what the result of that is. It's just for like skill building, and at the end of it, they were just able to like just talk about their experience and talk about, oh, this was hard for me. Oh, how did you do this? And it was just vibing, right? And developing together. And this reminded me that I actually used to do this, like something similar, where like I would go for different classes. In these classes, there would be like a model who will sit down or stay in a certain pose, and everyone around, they would like sit around as well and be sketching. And a lot of the time, the sketch wasn't really for anything. It was just to develop your skills or like to just vibe, honestly, and to just draw and to just showcase your love for sketching. And I realized I haven't done this in forever. I've been so focused on work and making sure everything is perfect and making sure everything is aesthetically pleasing that I completely forgot what it feels like to just create. So I thought, okay, what if I get this energy back? What if I start romanticizing my creativity? So here's how I've been romanticizing my creativity, and maybe you can learn a thing or two, right? And I think you should really listen. So one, I set the vibe. I like to set the vibe. So instead of just going straight into sitting down or going straight into creating, you know, I like to like put a candle, put a little music. Sometimes I like to listen to podcasts, or I take the opportunity to listen to a sermon or something. And I like to sit in somewhere that isn't necessarily where I work. It could be even on my bed, or I go to a different place, maybe a friend's place, go to like Starbucks, and I just sit there and I create, right, in an environment that feels like less pressure. And I think that that's really good because it's just something that tells my brain or signifies to my brain that this isn't work, this is just playtime. Two, making things that go absolutely nowhere. What does that mean, right? This one is kind of hard because as an adult, you always like to, you know, set goals and be purposeful and things like that. But whenever I would sit down, my brain would automatically just go, oh, I can post this, or oh, like this could go into my portfolio, or even what's the point of this if like I'm not using it for something, right? But that's the whole point of this. That's the whole problem. That not everything has to be for something. Not everything has to have a point. So I give myself permission to just make stuff, and I force myself not to post it. I'm like, I'm just making this for me, right? So that I can also trust myself when I tell myself I'm not going to post it. Because if I don't trust myself when I'm in the process of drawing it, I wouldn't believe that I wouldn't use it. So it would be underlying pressure. So I make sure I don't post. I make this and I'm like, yeah, I'm not posting this. I'm not showing this to anybody. This is for me and me alone. This is for me to just enjoy and just see how it goes, right? And a lot of time it even helps because eventually if I actually do something that I'm like, nah, this is too good, this is too good, it has to go into the portfolio, I'm able to still create something that has no risks and has no pressure than I normally would. And okay, yeah, so the next thing I like to do is protecting the time. I used to think that maybe I would create something that's for fun when I had more time or when I have less client work or whatever, but let's be real, like you never actually do stuff, especially as an adult, if you don't schedule them, right? Because I have this friend that likes to like put every single thing she does in her calendar, like even if it's like, oh, just vibing with friends, she will put it in her calendar. And I feel like that is really something to learn from because it makes you be intentional about your time, right? So I literally like to schedule like creative time in my calendar, and I like to protect it like I would any other time. If it's a time with a client that I'm meeting them, I would protect it as much as I'm doing that. I won't substitute it with any other thing, like with friends or with family or whatever. I would protect that time because that is me time, right? And you are as important as your client, because if you don't protect it, it won't happen. Let's not lie. So yeah, protect your time. Another thing I like to do is I like to enjoy the actual process. I get so focused on what the final product will look like, and I forget to enjoy the process of getting there. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of the times the process is the whole point, right? Because it's in the process that you learn and you grow. The feeling you get from even just sketching, putting brush on paper, writing, whatever it is that you're choosing to do, that is flow state, and that is a space you're in where you just disconnect. And that's what I'm trying to get back. I'm trying to really build time for these things that I really feel are important and good for your mental health. So what am I saying? Creativity for me is not just a skill or even how I make money. It's how I process stuff. It's how I stay connected to myself. And when I'm only creating for clients or for a brand or for the algorithm, I start to feel less like a person and more like a robot. And I don't want that. Please, I do not want that. I don't want to be a robot. Whether you have a creative job or you're working a 9 to 5 or you're even an entrepreneur, whatever you are, right? And in your life, creativity has become that thing that you've deemed unimportant, or that thing that you will get to someday, that you think it's a luxury or whatever. Maybe you need to romanticize it. Maybe you need to set out time that is purposeful and intentional. You need to intentionally love yourself. It's not a luxury. It's literally you taking care of your mental health. It's you taking care of yourself, right? Just pick one thing to try. Light up a candle before you start. Put music, maybe even dance a little before you start. And give yourself permission to make something terrible. Sit down for 20 minutes without your phone, please. Without your phone, please. Without your phone. Don't be distracted. And make it feel special. Make it yours. And yeah, just do something for you. So yeah, I'm still figuring this out, to be honest. There's certain times when I get distracted, and I'm not perfect, right? And we are not, but I think what matters is the intentional time that we are setting for this. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you are already romanticizing your creativity. Let me know how this is, what you do, and maybe I'll, add it to mine as well. Or if you're struggling with it as well, you can let me know that you struggle with this, how you make time for your creativity, or if you don't, just tell me whatever you want to tell me. And if you like this video, don't save this for later, use it, So yeah, I hope this helped. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.